By the time we locked down, it was already too late. Didn't matter. And not only that, there's no scientific evidence that it stops the virus spread. I'm Dr. Joel Singer. I'm a plastic surgeon in New York City, and this is my second opinion. This was probably here in the United States a month before it was ever detected. At the same time, we were in the midst of a very serious influenza epidemic. So how did we know the difference between someone who was having a respiratory infection with a viral source that was from influenza or COVID-19? By the time we figured out that this was COVID-19, the virus was already here. The virus was already in New York. The virus was already in California. It was all over the country, all over the world. So locking down any country after it spread doesn't make any sense. There was fear, okay? And the fear was the result of lack of knowing what to expect. And also the fear was promulgated by various scientists who said, oh, we were going to have up to 2.5 million people dying in the United States. That instilled a tremendous amount of fear. And then we started having cases in New York and New Jersey and in the Northeast. And then we also started having cases in other states. The bottom line is, by the time we locked down, it was already too late. Didn't matter. And not only that, there's no scientific evidence that it stops the virus spread. I mean, it slows it down maybe, but it doesn't stop it. Instead of trusting these models, these mathematical models that really didn't work, we now have actual data. What's the infection rate? What's the mortality rate, etc.? Almost 50% of all the deaths in the United States occurred in nursing homes. And then we also find out that children below the age of 18, it's practically zero, the mortality rate. So why are we keeping kids home instead of letting them go to school? And then what are the consequences of locking everybody up and not being able to earn a living and not be able to do business? The consequences of the lockup are going to be far worse than any of the consequences of COVID-19.